Hello stock traders, I hope all of you had a great trading day and I have a great video for you. You will want to stay until the end. So we have lots of different stocks and lots of different things. There are things coming into buy territory. And so that is good. I know we're having a pullback and that might be painful on part of your portfolio. For example, today I finished up the smallest of percentage, but I was just excited to be up. I have enough hedges, I guess, that protected my portfolio, which was kind of good. And so that's something, if you had a rough day, you may consider part of your portfolio being set aside for stocks that will do well as the market pulls back, because we got to very overbought levels. You could see on the daily RSI, on the SPY ETF, and with the NASDAQ that it was just way too overheated. Tesla had a bad earnings call. Usually something bad happens when that happens. Shorts will always take advantage. Anyway, let's get into this video. We have so much to talk about. But before we get going, if you could do me a favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you have not done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. I do have a Patreon group. I have a link in the description down below. If you are interested in that, I have a lot of great callouts that happen each and every day. And so there could be a level that is good for you. Well, let's go to the charts. Let's take a look and see what's going on. Let's start off with the SPY ETF. And as we get going here, you can see that level of 453 broke down as support. And so that was why the market definitely accelerated once it broke that. It kind of came down to it and bounced off of it early in the day. You can see this first candle of the day. This is the first 4 hours of the stock market. That might be kind of hard to see because it's kind of small. But it came down to that line and bounced back upwards. And so then I thought, oh, it might hold. But as we got past noon today, once it broke that again, after it bounced off of it and then it broke through it decisively, then it seemed to come down pretty heavily until right before the end of the day, and then just kind of snapped back just a little bit. But anyway, now that we have had that happen, 453 is resistance going into Friday. Now, Friday is always a really interesting market day to me. It seems like, and you might think I'm completely crazy, but it seems like the market direction happens on Friday and it continues for the entire day. Once you get past the first 15 minutes of the day, it seems like if it's up, it's going to continue moving up for the rest of the day. Or if it's down, we're going to see a sell-off that will continue all the way until close. Maybe I'm nuts, but that seems to be the deal on Friday. If we continue to move down, now we have not had buy signals on this. We've had so many sell signals. If you've been watching this channel, you knew that I was very concerned that we would see a pullback. And so this is just the beginnings, possibly, of a pullback. I would expect this pullback to come all the way down to 443 on SPY and to come back down here, and then for us to see some buy signals once we got down here and continue moving up. Now, I do think we are in a bull trend. I don't think you can debate that. Right now, we are in a bull trend. We have higher highs and higher lows. Thought this looked like a double top. It came down here to a buy signal. And then I was starting to buy up stock in different ETFs at this point. And it really worked out moving up into here. But now that we've had all of these short signals and all of these sell signals here, it appears that it's going to cool down and come back down, and it makes sense that it would fill the gap. And so that's the thing that I'm kind of looking for. I'm looking for SPY to fill the lower gap. Now, that might not be what happened. The market doesn't really care what I'm looking at. There's free will in the stock market, and so no one really knows what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting. But anyway, let's go to the VIX. The VIX was elevated a little bit today at 1.67%. And the VIX, this really helped out my portfolio today because I had UVXY, which as the VIX moves up, then I've been into UVXY as a position since I saw these buy signals down here. I was in SVIX, SVIX once I saw these, and that turned out to be a fantastic trade. But once that hit exit point down here, then I started buying UVXY, and it's just been Not good on UVXY, but today was a good day. And so that helped out my portfolio. This is the one part of my portfolio that is bearish. And so I do have a portion that's dedicated when the signals are there that we're going to see a pullback that I do have as bearish. And I have some of those in the top 7 that I've been talking about quite a bit. All right, well, let's go on. Let's talk and take a look at some different stocks. Some people asked me to take a look at. The first is RMTI. This is Rockwell Medical. This is a stock I've traded many, many times before. And in the comment section, then we had one of the viewers ask for me to kind of quickly give my quick synopsis of this stock. Now, this has been a great stock to have. It's got great volatility. It's a great stock to trade. And so I do like it, especially after insider activity, which it's had a lot in the past. And so I've traded this over the years over and over and over again. But we have a sell signal that hit late today. And so right now, temporarily, I don't think this stock is something I would enter. I don't enter stocks with sell signals. I just don't do it. Even though we could see this move up, I don't think so in the very short term. And I'm talking short term, like less than a week to 2 weeks. I think this stock is not looking good and probably will come back down to either this support level down here at 318 or even possibly a down here previous support level right around 260. That's been an important level in the past as it came up to it. It was resistance, now that we broke it. Resistance is support. This was a support level that really held up before. So we could come all the way down to this level here at 268. So I think in the very short term, this is a stock to avoid at the moment. Now, if it was to come down and get to this level and we had some buy signals in the market, and we had some buy signals on this particular stock is what I mean, then this would be a terrific stock to own because it does have terrific volatility and really smooth moves when it does happen. You can see that you can make money on this pretty regularly, and I have in the past. So this is a good stock. The next one, ACP. Now, I am not familiar with this stock at all. One of the viewers wanted me to cover it. This is definite sell territory in my opinion. Now, the advantages of the stock is I think it's got a 23% yield. I am not a fan of stocks with an extremely ridiculous high yield unless they have had a long track record of only increasing their dividend. And this stock has not had that. And so right now, again, in the very short term, maybe long term, this is a great stock. And if you're interested in holding this thing for a long time and just earning a dividend, then it might be okay. You may not care about sell clusters up here. But when I see sell clusters up here, I think that this is going to move down. I would be a buyer on a stock like this only if I saw a buy cluster. And right now in the short term, I think that this one is a sell also. Also had another viewer ask about PACW. This is a stock I traded until very recently, but I did remove it from my watch list. I have had a terrific time trading this thing. It has been all over the place, but it's been fun. This is a fun stock to trade. This is PacWest Corp, ticker symbol PACW, and just came up to a sell signal here. Right now, it's kind of in no man's land, but man, is it taking off, really doing well. I would think in the short term, it would continue to do well until we see some sort of sell signal or some sort of level of resistance. Now, if you look back and you go back here, you can see that this was an important level right here at $12. So I would think that if we got a sell signal or if it got to $12, that would be a time to take profits on this thing. It's done very well. It's moving upwards, but that would be a tough level for it to move beyond, at least in the mid to short term. And so that's what I would look at. We have a lot of momentum going to the upside right now. So I think that if you're in this, you hold it until we get to 12 or until we see some where it's struggling to get past a level. but that appears to be the level that it would hit. Here's another level, probably around 1150. Might take a look at the price action based upon how it acts when it hits that level. All right, let's go into some stocks that I sold. I had a couple stocks sold in my portfolio. The very first one was RXRX. This was a phenomenal trade. This was part of my active ETF strategy. Sold this for an 87.29% gain. I bought right here. I'd been watching this thing for a buy signal. And then there was news that came out that NVIDIA took a position within this company and it roared upward, did really fantastic. But we got the sell signal this morning, so I sold for a really solid gain of 87.29%. This was called out in my Discord. And if you are interested in being part of that, that's a great place in that we have so many call outs each and every day. It's really a great trading community that is in there. All right, so the next one I sold was MELI. This was also part of my active ETF strategy. Sold this for a 7.51% gain today. Bought on this buy signal here as I was watching this one very closely. Now, this is a very expensive stock. It is a $1,200 per share stock, and so some people don't like that. They like to buy whole shares or half shares or whatever. I bought a good amount of shares on this and was very happy to make 7% in really just a few days, maybe a week. This was a great trade. I will look for this for buy signals moving forward. This is a great stock that I keep on my watch list. All right, some other stocks that I bought today. These are stocks that I loaded today. The first is Lockheed Martin. I bought this off a director buy insider activity. So this is part of my insider swing play. I took a position in this stock today. The next that was also another insider was AULT. This is Alt Alliance, and I really like the insider activity on this one. Bought it. It had a nice day today, finished up 8.51% after insider activity was reported. And then I think this one's going to be a star. This was another one that I purchased today. This is a thesis. I can't even pronounce it. Theseus Pharmaceuticals. Can't even pronounce it. I know I'm buying the thing and I can't even pronounce it because I'm a stock trader and it doesn't really matter. We had buy signals here. We have massive insider activity by multiple officers in open market. This is a gem. I think this one has a lot more room to run. Look at this ridiculous gap all the way up here at 939. The insiders were buying very heavy down here. Multiple officers. They know something, and they were buying up shares. And today it did well, finished up 8.83%. I was able to get in on this pretty cheap in pre-market, and then it just continued to move up today. This was a winner for me and really helped me to break even on my portfolio today. And so that was good. Also took a position in AJRD. This is Aerojet Rocketdyne Holdings. And been watching this one for a buy signal. Got it finally yesterday. Another one I got was Trimble Incorporated, ticker symbol TRMB. This is part of my active ETF strategy. Buying this on buy signals. Also purchased AVAV. This is AeroVironment, and this is a very popular one with Cathie Wood and the ARC ETF. And so this is part of my active ETF strategy where I trade it better than they do. And they have those big funds and they can't be as versatile as I can definitely be as an individual investor. And so anyway, I was able to get in on this. I feel good about it so far. It didn't have a great day today. A lot of stocks finished in the red today. Another one purchased was Beam Therapeutics, ticker symbol BEAM. Also got this one. This is part of my active ETF strategy. And finally, I know I did lots of buying today. I love to buy the dip, so this is what I did. Is Ionis Pharmaceuticals. This is one I've traded so many times in the past. I do very well with this stock. It's been a while since I've had it. I had it. There's a buy signal that went away. Got in here, sold up here. Have done really well with the stock over and over and over again. And so buying it again. You know, hey, it's been about a month. Looking forward to this one doing great. All right, let's cover these top 7 and get to it. There's a little bit of moving around that was done on this. Number 7 continues to be CRSP. CRISPR Therapeutics, and this has not gone our way yet. So far down 8.07%. And this is part of my active ETF strategy. This is number 7 on the list. And number 6 is TZA. I moved the numbers around a little bit based upon how I think they're going to do. This did pretty well today, finished up 2.52% because the market was down. This is an inverse ETF, so it does well when the market does poorly. Since calling this out, is down 11.64%. Expecting a pullback sooner. It didn't happen. The market doesn't care what I think. But continue to hold. I don't think we're to where we need to be yet. I think the market's going to pull back from here and that we're going to see some momentum to the downside. And that's why I think also the SDOW ticker number 5 is going to do very, very well in the coming days. This is ticker symbol SDOW. This is a inverse ETF, and I like having it on days like today because I made money today because of these type of ETFs, and they're a powerful tool to have in your toolbox if you know how to trade them. The next is an insider swing play. This is ticker symbol BOF. This one is doing just so far since insider activity, down 2.61% since calling it out. Number 3 is RPRX. And where is RPRX? I don't even see it. It's gotten lost in, there it is. This one's doing pretty well. Insider swing play. It's up 4.11% since calling it out about a week ago. So this one's just been, we've just kind of been holding it, and it's just been going, doing okay. All right, the next is SPR. This had a solid day today, finishing up. This is the newest to the top 7. This replaced Tesla, which what a brilliant trade that was. The sell indicators came in before earnings, sold out for a gain, and then now today it really tanked on horrible earnings and a horrible earnings call. But this is Spirit AeroSystems. This is part of my active ETF strategy. I like this for a monster move to the upside. So far, it's just doing okay. It's only been 2 days. It's up 2.76 since calling it out. And then Outlook, number 1, ticker symbol OTLK. This is part of my PDUFA strategy. Has a PDUFA date of August 29th, and it had a rough day today, finished down 5.62% as it came back down to that support level again. So it keeps coming down to this level, and it keeps holding up. Since calling this out, it is down 0.43%. It was considerably up before today, but now has come back down to right around the spot we loaded it at. So yeah, I think this one will move, especially if we get closer to the PDUFA date. That's typically what happens, and these PDUFA stocks do great. I wish you all the best on the stock market. I hope all of you have a phenomenal weekend after Friday trading, and try to do something fun with your families, of course. And if you want to reach out to me in the comment section down below, you want to see a stock, you're just curious to what I even think, or how I would trade it, I'll give you my quick synopsis on it. I look forward to doing that. I think it's kind of fun. I wish you all the best, and Raytoven out.